Hey folks, welcome to the Contrarian Trader. This is Bob Desmond. I'd like to go over our swing trade of Nova Gold, symbol NG. We opened up this trade on December the 5th. We closed it out on January the 3rd, 16% profit or $3,700 gain. This is our first profitable trade of the year. No losses last week. We booked 3 profitable trades. And I'll do videos on those other 2 trades. However, those are scalp trades and they're rarity. I'm more of a swing trader. And what I want to go over with Nova Gold is how we use multi-period charting. What is multi-period charting? Well, in this situation, what we did was we identified Nova Gold as being a buy candidate by looking at the weekly charts. Then we drilled down to the daily charts looking for a good entry point. With the weekly charts, we identified historic support. Then we identified higher lows. We knew where to put our stop loss order. And then the daily chart and the intraday charts, they told us where to get long and then where to look to book profits. One of the problems that new traders have is that they focus all too much on the daily charts or even worse, the intraday charts, because all of them are highly volatile. Now, if you first plan your strategy by looking at the weekly charts to determine where's historic support, or if you look at a shorter stock, where's historic resistance, then you go into the next trading day being a smarter trader. Whereas if you're in a chat room and you're listening to a whole bunch of people send ideas back and forth, you're prone to impulse trading, which is the worst thing you could possibly do. That results in over trading. You stop out too quickly or you book profits too quickly. I caution against it. I digress. Let's get to the video on Nova Gold. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you watch this on Facebook, please like me on Facebook. If you watch this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to get these videos in the future and plus some trade tutorials, sign up using the email box on the homepage for my opt-in email. You will not be spammed. We hate spam too. And I look forward to hearing from you folks. Enjoy the video. All right, folks, so I mentioned multi-period charting. And the value of multi-period charting is that it reduces impulse buying, as you see many times in chat rooms. It also reduces the need for you to be in front of your computer all day long during a trading day. Most of my members have day jobs. They can't afford to sit in front of a computer. And the value of evening and weekend analysis is that you free up your daytime to go about your day job. So let's take a look at the weekly chart of Nova Gold. We topped out back in late 2010 at $16.90 before going into a cyclical bear market. And you can see that every time we rallied up to this declining downtrend line, we rolled over and failed. Fast forward to June of 2013, we flashed a bottoming tail, rallied, pulled back, held support, and rallied up to $3.40. For all we knew, given the past history, the stock could have rallied, pulled back, and broke that down to new lows below $1.90, but it didn't. It found a low at $1.90. Many people may say that it's a penny stock. Nova Gold, gold miners are not penny stocks. They're cyclical stocks. They tend to get sold off to extreme oversold levels, and that's what happened here. It happened across the gold mining sector. So we rallied up to $3.46, pulled back, put in a higher low at $2.04. That is a sign that there are buyers below and that institutions were beginning to nibble on the shares, as you saw back here. And when you take a look at the RSI, the relative strength indicator, you can see that we put in a double bottom setup at extreme oversold levels, rallied, put in a higher low, confirming the price move on Nova Gold, and we broke out. And although we failed on price action and broke back down into the lower band of our trading channel on price, we did not do that on the RSI. The RSI was telling us that there were buyers down here. There was strength. And that's when we got involved. We traded Nova Gold twice for profit. Fast forward to late December, and you saw that we had a breakout above the upper band of the declining downtrend channel, and that gave us the all clear to remain long as we headed into 2014. Now let's take a look at the daily chart. And this is the chart where most new investors make the biggest mistake. They believe that the daily chart is not a volatile chart, and it most certainly is. You need to use the daily chart in conjunction with the weekly charts. I profess that all the time. It's critical to understand where a stock has been, to understand where it might be going, and where the buyers are, and for that matter, where the sellers are. So now let's drill down to the daily chart of NovaGold. And here we had our breakout above the 200-day moving average on the 31st. Then on the 2nd, we rallied up to the upper band of the declining downtrend channel. And note the topping tail on the candlestick. We knew that there were sellers up here. How do we know that? It's because our trend line tells us that. We draw our trend lines to show us exactly where we could expect previous buyers who want to be made whole are. Because you know, especially at the beginning of the year, if they got their money back from last year, they're happy as pigs in a blanket. So sure enough, they came in late day on the 2nd and they sold their shares. Fast forward to the 3rd, we attempted to rally once again above the upper band of the declining downtrend channel and failed. Now, prior to going into any trade, you really need to know where you might look to get out. And you don't need to be sitting in front of your computers on a 15-minute chart to do this. You should be able to determine it at the end of business when you're lying in bed with your laptop. Take a look at the price performance of your stock and identify where resistance is and where the sellers might be. Let's drill down to a 15-minute chart. And here you have it. You could see on a 15-minute chart, we're trading intraday at extreme overbought levels on the 2nd. To think that we're just going to simply continue higher without a pullback is not reasonable. So we did get our pullback. We spiked higher on the 2nd. Note the big topping tail. Again, the sellers returned looking to get made whole. We pulled back. We held the support level. Note the bottoming tails down here and how they coincided with the pivot point seen back on the 2nd. So we rallied, pulled back, once again held that support. Now for me, I don't like to let profits slip away. So we tightened up our trailing stop loss order, which worked out perfectly because we stopped out right before the stock gave way. It's not a matter of just sitting there and watching and waiting for the stock to correct or rally. It's a matter of allowing the computer software that's out there for every trader that's got a brokerage account to computerize their trades and get out of a trade without emotion, and that's the key. So we do plan on getting back involved with NovaGold. I hope this explains somewhat the multi-period charting philosophy that I use and how I do not believe that it's necessary to sit in front of a computer all day long and to analyze your trades. Go about your day job. Just simply do your analysis in the evening. If you're a member, watch my commentary. I send it out on the weekend. Sunday, we go into the trading week smart. We know exactly how the week is setting up. And are the simple charts of NovaGold enough for us to make a determination of which way we think that NovaGold or any other stock is going to head in the near future? No, we want to go in extremely smart. There's no time to do this during the week. We do it on the weekends. So let's take a look at the US dollar. And you may be asking yourself, what does the US dollar have to do with NovaGold? Well, you need to take a look at the trade correlation between NovaGold and the US dollar. Remember, gold is priced in dollars. So if the US dollar rallies, that makes gold less expensive. Therefore, demand for gold can move higher. Who does that help? It helps the gold miners. This is the macroeconomic picture that we need to understand as well. So we think the US dollar is going to be breaking out. As in fact, we're bullish on the UUP, which happens to be the ETF for the US dollar versus a basket of other currencies. So I'll go over this with members as a potential trade in the coming week, but keep this in mind. We're also bullish on the GDX, which is the gold mining ETF. It's hard to see it on this chart because they annotate it, but it looks as though it's trying to break back out above the upper band of the declining downtrend channel. I am not and the least embarrassed to say that we took a small loss in the month, early December, once we broke down below the lows of November. I saw one tick below and we were out. Now we can get in probably for a few pennies more, but it's just like insurance. You're not gonna complain to the insurance company and ask for your money back if you didn't have an accident. So first out, best out. We stopped out of the GDX trade. Now we're looking to get back in for the few pennies that will pay in addition to what we stopped out versus where we got stopped out. We'll hopefully look to see those pennies made up in dollars in profits. And that's it, folks. I hope you gained something out of this video. I'll be going over these other charts with members on the week ahead commentary, which is set to be released on Sunday, every Sunday. And if you have any questions, again, leave a comment below. If you want to get alerted to our future trade alerts, please enter your email address on the homepage. You'll get some free trading videos as well. I hate spam too. We do not spam. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and like me on Facebook, please. Take care, folks. Have a profitable trading week.